Good morning, everybody, and welcome to part 3 of today's Wellness at Home workshop. Welcome again to the third and final part of our workshop. Over this week and last week, we had started our discussion on wellness at home. We had discussions about what COVID-19 is and what some of the risks are for us as Canadians, for those who are more vulnerable, for everybody, right? We also talked about things you can do to prevent spreading the virus as well. So today we were going to be continuing on discussing, after we had discussed the risk of getting coronavirus the last time I had started off our workshop. Today we'll be continuing on with vulnerable populations, travelers, and pregnant women. I will do housekeeping at the end of today's workshop instead of the beginning. I just want to make sure today that I get through the whole workshop for you guys and I actually finish it off for you today, as you'll be starting a new topic next week with Jennifer. Okay? Perfect. So let's get started. And happy Thursday, everybody. So, vulnerable populations. There is an increased risk of more severe outcomes for Canadians aged 65 and over, with compromised immune systems, with underlying medical conditions. People that fall into these categories should reconsider attending gatherings. This includes large gatherings and even smaller events in crowded or enclosed settings. If you have symptoms, cough, fever, or difficulty breathing, do not attend a mass gathering, event, or places where people gather. You could put someone whose health is vulnerable at risk. Okay? Remember, old people, people with compromised immune systems, people with underlying medical conditions, right? We don't know what specific medical conditions, so it's just best to make sure that you're isolating and protecting yourself and making sure you're abiding by the social distancing rules that we have set in place. Travelers. The risk for getting COVID-19 may be increased for travelers. Canadians are advised to avoid all non-essential travel. If you must travel, check the latest travel advice before you leave. We will continue to adapt our risk assessment based on the latest data available. Okay? The government will continue to adapt their risk assessment based on the latest data available. Okay? As the government is the one that keeps updating us on what the changes are and what's happening in regards to the virus, they are the ones who have been providing these updates. And Alberta.ca is also, again, where I've been getting all of my information in regards to the virus. Again, it's one of the most credible sources, especially since we all live in Alberta, and our main concern is what is happening here with us, right? So, pregnant women. Because COVID-19 is a new disease, we are still learning how it affects pregnant women. At this time, there is no evidence to suggest that pregnant women are at a greater risk for more serious outcomes related to COVID-19, or that their developing child could be negatively affected by COVID-19. You can protect yourself from becoming ill by taking the following precautions. Stay at home as much as possible, except for important medical appointments. Talk to your doctor, obstetrician, or midwife about the possibility of telephone or video conference appointments. Avoid unnecessary visitors to your home. Wash your hands, often with soap and water, for at least 20 seconds. Use alcohol-based sanitizer if soap and water are not available. Practice physical distancing by keeping a distance of at least 2 meters from others. Sorry guys, just give me a moment. My computer's been freezing quite a bit today, so every once in a while I may have to stop until it's loaded back up so that I can continue on, okay? Sorry, it's been happening about every 5 to 10 minutes, so I apologize. Again, practice physical distancing by keeping a distance of at least 2 meters from others. Avoid touching your mouth, your nose, and your eyes. Avoid crowded places and peak hours. Make limited trips to the store for essentials. Avoid travel by public transit. For more information, refer to the government's advice for mothers on pregnancy, childbirth, and caring for newborns. If you are pregnant and concerned about COVID-19, speak to your healthcare provider, right? So any pregnant lady who is concerned about any situations surrounding COVID-19, just because there's no evidence of it directly affecting a pregnant lady, they should probably go and speak to their doctors, as should all of us, right? If we have any concerns of any health risks, call 811, call the HealthLink number, right? Find out if you're having any symptoms, actual symptoms of COVID-19 or something is going on. Find out, right? Give that number a call if you're concerned, okay? And if you're having any symptoms. Survival of coronaviruses on surfaces. So, it is not certain how long COVID-19 survives on surfaces, but it seems to behave like other coronaviruses. Preliminary information on COVID-19 suggests that the virus may persist on surfaces for a few hours or up to several days, depending on different conditions, such as temperature, type of surface, and humidity of the environment. Surfaces frequently touched with hands are most likely to be contaminated, including tables, handrails, doorknobs, electronics, right? Countertops, light switches, faucet handles, cabinet handles, and elevator buttons, okay? That's a lot of stuff. I have pretty much all of those things in my house except for the elevator buttons because I don't have an elevator in my house, right? But all of my handrails I've disinfected, all of my doorknobs I've disinfected, all of my light switches I've disinfected, and this is not disinfected just once, I disinfect them weekly, okay? That's to make sure that whatever's coming in, whatever's coming out, whether it be through a breeze or because somebody touched my knob when they were dropping something off at the door or touched my mailbox, I have to make sure all of those things are wiped down so that I'm not passing off anything if I, for some reason, have some kind of symptom or have COVID-19 without knowing it, and it can't get passed off to me because I've already sanitized everything down, okay? So make sure you're sanitizing everything, guys. Cabinet handles. We access our cabinets all day throughout the day. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always getting a cup or a plate or some chips, right? Especially when I'm home. I'm more so in my kitchen, right? So all the cabinet handles I've also sanitized. Even my garbage bin, the part that I push open and even surrounding it, I'm making sure that I'm disinfecting that on a regular basis. Anywhere that you can think of that you are regularly touching, make sure you're disinfecting. Any of my devices, again, all of my electronics, I'm also making sure that I'm disinfecting them too. Okay? Products shipped within or from outside of Canada could also be contaminated. However, because parcels generally take days or weeks to be delivered and are shipped at room temperature, the risk of spread is low. There is no known risk of coronaviruses entering Canada on parcels or packages. To protect yourself from COVID-19, make sure to do the following when handling products shipped within or outside of Canada. Use good hygiene measures. Regularly clean and disinfect surfaces. Do not touch your eyes, mouth, or nose. Okay? Perfect. There's a lot of different ways that we can disinfect just to protect ourselves from the viruses. So guys, make sure that you're staying clean. Make sure that you're cleaning your homes, putting your laundry in the laundry hamper so that it can get done, and then do that as quickly as possible, right? Viruses can live on anything, especially surfaces. Wipe down those surfaces in your room. Wipe down your game controllers, right? Things like that need to be wiped down so that you can protect yourself from any virus spreading. Okay, so there is currently no evidence to suggest that food is a likely source or route of transmission of the virus, and there are currently no reported cases of COVID-19 transmission through food. So our next discussion, our next slide is based on food, right? Can we get it from our food? Can we get any kind of virus from our food? That could be a concern. For those of you who are concerned about, there is no evidence to suggest that food is likely a source or route of transmission of the virus, and there are currently no reported cases of COVID-19 transmission through food. People are unlikely to be infected with the virus through food. Scientists and food safety authorities across the world are closely monitoring the spread of COVID-19. If we become aware of a potential food safety risk, appropriate actions will be taken to ensure the safety of Canada's food supply. Coronaviruses are killed by common cleaning and disinfection methods. See, again, disinfect, clean, rinse and repeat. And by cooking food to safe internal temperatures. Learn more about food safety on the Alberta Health Services website. Again, there are some blue links that are in my PowerPoint. If you won't be able to access the blue links through the PowerPoint other than the ones that I've labeled link, and that's directly to the web page so that you guys can take a look through the web page to click any of the blue links that you've seen throughout the PowerPoint that you're interested in. Okay? If you need help with this, again, please ask myself, Sadie, or Jennifer. Us as your staff will try to help you out with this, with accessing any information you need. Okay? Animals in Canada. That's a good topic too. What about our animals? What happens with COVID-19 in regards to our animals? The current spread of COVID-19 is a result of human-to-human transmission. There is no evidence to suggest that pets or other animals play a role in transmitting the disease to humans. Scientists are still trying to understand if and how it affects animals. Pets can contribute to our overall happiness and well-being, especially in times of stress. If you are feeling well, no symptoms of COVID-19, and are not self-isolating because of COVID-19 illness, you can continue to take walks with your dog or spend time with your pet. This can contribute to keeping both you and your pet healthy. As a precautionary measure, if you have COVID-19 symptoms or are self-isolating due to contact with a COVID-19 case, you should follow similar recommendations around animals as you would around people in these circumstances. So, avoid close contact with animals during your illness. Practice good hand washing and avoid coughing and sneezing on your animals. They don't want that either, guys. Make sure you're covering your mouth in those instances too. Do not visit farms or have contact with livestock. If possible, have another member of your household care for your animals, if it is possible. If this is not possible, always wash your hands before and after touching your animals. See, there's a way we can disinfect and protect ourselves, protect our loved ones, and protect our animals as well. Their food and supplies and practice, so if this is not possible, always wash your hands before and after touching animals, their food and supplies, and practice good cough and sneezing etiquette around your animals, okay? Limit your animals' contact with other people and animals outside the household until your illness is resolved. These measures are recommended as a precaution and are basic practices to prevent transmission of disease between humans and animals. If you have concerns, seek professional advice from your veterinarian or a public health professional who can help to answer your questions. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency website has more information about animals and COVID-19. So again, the alberta.ca website has referred you guys to another website that has information specifically about animals and COVID-19. So if you're concerned about your animals getting it, or you getting it from your animals, or whatever your concerns may be in regards to that, take a look at that page. Maybe they have some answers in regards to that. Okay, I can give you only the information that I've researched personally for myself to provide to you guys. So I want to make sure that I'm staying in bounds and not going over bounds in regards to the information that I have. But again, it is a blue link in the PowerPoint, so you should be able to access it on the website as well. Okay? False and misleading claims. The government has not approved any product to prevent, treat, or cure COVID-19. Selling unauthorized health products or making false or misleading claims to prevent, treat, or cure COVID-19 is illegal in Canada. I didn't know that until I had done this research. It's good to know. We take this matter very seriously and we are taking action to stop this activity. Health Canada has published a list of hard surface disinfectants, again, highlighted blue in the PowerPoint, so you should be able to access it on the website, that are likely to be effective for use against COVID-19. This list is updated regularly. Although they do not claim to kill viruses such as COVID-19, cleaners play a role in helping limit the transfer of microorganisms. We encourage anyone who has information regarding potential non-compliant sale or advertising of any health product claiming to treat, prevent, or cure COVID-19 to report it using their online complaint form. So if you heard that somebody is coming up with some random treatment for COVID-19, feel free to report it. Okay, there are other ways that you can report it. Again, if you need help on locating a source to be able to report these things, or from something that you have heard from somebody, let us know, right? But guys, some people are gonna just have opinions. Just because somebody has an opinion about this virus maybe possibly being fake, or this virus, being passed on from animals, or it being transmitted from animals originally, whatever the case may be, we don't know those things, so we can't make those assumptions, right? Make sure you source your information. Make sure you have the right information to pass on to all of us to share, right? And vice versa. You don't want to pass the wrong information off to your families and friends either. You want to make sure that all the details that you have are right. You don't want to make any false or misleading claims around anything surrounding this virus, as it's already a scary situation for everybody, right? So if you hear anything that doesn't sound right, look into it. Find out if it's actually true. If it's not true, then there's a place that you can report that information. Okay? Sweet. My nose is itchy today. Hey. So, the new normal, part 5. With all the craziness of the world around us and all the changes we now have to deal with in our environment, we need to keep our minds and bodies active. So, we can do this by stimulating the brain with specific games, going out for a walk, or spending time reading, gaming, or talking to friends and family over the phone if you aren't with them, right? This part of our new normal is us discussing how we can deal with the situation. How are we supposed to live in this situation? Okay? Excuse me for 1 second. My throat is really dry. So, in our research, as your staff, as your support workers, we have been receiving a lot of information in regards to resources that you guys are able to use, in regards to resources that you guys are able to access at this point in time. Due to you not being able to leave your homes, there's been a lot of stuff that you can utilize from offline. I've attached a lot of those resources to the PowerPoint, right? Because now we are in the thick of the PowerPoint. Wellness at home. How can we keep our minds distracted and focused on other things while we're stuck at home? What are we supposed to be doing right now to make sure that we're not, getting caught up in a situation where our minds are wandering and we're stressing and anxiety is building, and, how can we make sure that the depression that we're falling into, we're able to bounce back out of? What are you guys doing at home? I'm going to actually take a couple of minutes. I'm going to just wait for a couple of minutes just to see what you guys are going to comment. I want you to start commenting today. Let me know what you guys have been doing home. Type it below. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes. Doom, 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 doo 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 doom, 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 doom. looks like you guys have come up with a few ideas. Now, based off of the ideas that you guys come up with at the comments below and the comments that you have discussed, we, your staff, will answer you back, of course, in the comments. And I'm sure, though, guys, all of the ideas that you've come up with, all of the things that you've been doing at home to keep yourselves preoccupied are great ideas, right? We just want some more ideas so that we can share them, or maybe ourselves can use them and try them out, because we also need some stuff to do at home, right? When we're not working, that is. So, some of the mental health resources that we found, I'm going to talk to you guys about today. So there have been a few resources that have come out for the community to access online for free during this time. I have attached the links to this slide and to our Facebook group for all of you to access if you are interested. So after the workshop today, I will also post the links that I posted in the PowerPoint on our webpage, so that you guys are on our Facebook page, so that you guys are also able to access them easily through that way as well. Okay, so the first resource is a newly developed online mental health resource that provides evidence-based tools to help individuals and families manage during this difficult time, right? We're all stuck in the house. This is a difficult time for everybody, and everybody needs some support. Teens, adults, people with disabilities, people without them, it doesn't matter. We all need some help at this point in time. There's a compelling need at this time for programs that help support individuals and families. In particular, concerns about stress, anxiety, and mood changes in response to COVID-19 are required. COMHS has assembled a group of individuals who can offer such support and have a long track record in the area of mental health, both as clinicians and practitioners, and also as researchers. So the link is attached. The second resource available is Wellness Together Canada, Mental Health and Substance Use Support. Canadians are resourceful, and our population is diverse. To meet people's individual needs and preferences, they are offering a wide range of resources and support for Canadians. The resources can be accessed without creating an account. Okay? Again, I've attached another link there for you guys as well. I will be sending out the PowerPoint as soon as the PowerPoint is done today. I got like 3 more minutes to make it through the last 3 slides, and then I want to do some housekeeping before I end today. So, our next resources that we have available to you guys at this time are counseling services. So for some of you, online mental health services may not be an interest to you, or maybe you want to talk to someone directly instead. Okay? If so, there are counseling services that are still available to you at this time. This list may change, but ask one of your job coaches, me, Jen, Sadie, for any updated information, and we can find out what you need. Okay? In the PowerPoint, I've attached a list of the workable counseling services that are still up and running. There's Vantage Community Services. They are doing their walk-in appointments by video conferencing, secure video conferencing and phone calls. There's Cirrus Psychology Services. They're offering phone or video appointments as well. Luciet Counseling, Red Deer Counseling, also phone or online. Moz Counseling, phone or video. Safe Solos Inspired Healing Limited, phone or video. Shalom Counseling Services, phone or video. Right? So there's a few services that you guys are able to access, phone or video. Herring Counseling Services are the same. Sharon Comstock, the same. And then Native Counseling Services of Alberta. Okay? All of this information was researched by an EPSS staff. They actually called the numbers to find out who was still open and operating, and these were the list of the people that were. So again, if you guys need any updated information, please let us know. If you call one of the numbers and can't get a hold of them, just let us know. We can just refer you to another one, or just refer yourself to another one on the list that's been provided. Okay? Wellness at home. There are lots of resources you can access while being stuck at home, such as the YMCA of Northern Alberta website. This website offers a fitness at home page, live virtual events page where you can participate with any of the activities by following the directions under each of the tabs. Mental health supports, there are apps you can download as well as workshops you can participate in. And then they have technology tips as well. But this isn't the only site offering some online services for home. I've attached a few links to the bottom of this slide for you all to check out for yourselves as well. So there's the YMCA of Northern Alberta, which I just mentioned. And there's the massive open online courses being offered through the University of Alberta, which is awesome because you get to take a look at, there's a course on video gaming, there's quite a few courses on paleontology, Dino 101, Black Holes 101. There's a few things that are interesting on that website that you guys can participate in. Center for Online Mental Health Support, that's again COMS. And then there's Billboard, live streams and virtual concerts. Now I'm not too sure if you do have to pay for the concerts, but it is available for you to access online if you do want to watch any. And I'm talking about like actual stars out there. Billboards.com is where you'll be going. But again, I've attached the link that we received into the PowerPoint today. Okay? All right, guys. So, in conclusion, there are so many things you all can participate in and do, even if we are all stuck in the house at this time, having to do the same old things all the time, being stuck in the same situation all the time. Try to switch it up. But accessing some of the resources I provided for you, go take a walk, call an old friend that you haven't connected with in a while, make a fun home video, binge a new Netflix series, stimulate your mind by taking a free course. All of these things that I've provided to you, try to use them. Switch it up, change your routine. Do what you want, guys, or do your own research too for online activities that you can participate in. The sky is the limit when it comes to coming up with healthy, stimulating, and happy activities on your own and from what you've looked into. So, with that said, everybody, I really do appreciate your participation in this week's workshop and the beginning of our workshop. A lot of you have joined our page and a lot of you have told us that you've watched the workshops. I hope they've been helpful to you so far. Before I finish for today, I just wanted to go over some housekeeping. Again, guys, it is mandatory that you participate in the workshops online. It is one of the services, one of the only other services we're able to provide you at this time. Not all the information is going to be for everybody all the time. That's okay. We still want you to participate because at the end of the day, if you did have any questions about this, we would have already covered it and we can just go back to it. Or it's just new information and you're hearing it for the first time, perfectly fine. If you think I'm wrong, look it up, right? Again, I've attached all of my sources to the PowerPoint so that you guys can look this information up for yourself. Any activities that you guys want to take a look at or participate in that I haven't posted online, I will post everything that I have in my slide online for activities and such, but if I haven't, just let me know or let Jen or Sadie know and we can pass that information off to you guys, okay? Again, please participate in workshops. If you were not able to attend our watch party workshop today, please make sure that you watch the workshop later on or at another time. As soon as you have, please like the video and let us know that you have watched it. You can either comment that you have watched the video on Facebook or you can text me, Sadie, or Jennifer to let us know. Okay? We are taking attendance for workshops, so we are aware of who is participating with us and who has taken the time to view with us. And outside of that, we're also doing our one-on-one phone meetings with all of you guys. So please make sure that you guys are always checking the Facebook page daily for any updates on upcoming workshops. I have completed everybody's calendars and we'll be emailing them out today for both April and May for the workshops. So you guys will also have a digital or paper copy of our workshop schedule for this month and next month. Okay? Again, if you have any questions, let us know. We will be having discussion time between 11:30 and 12 now. I'm going to post again. Do you guys have any questions or any concerns or any opinions from today's workshop? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your ideas. And again, Thank you so much for participating in today's workshop. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And it's always a pleasure to serve you guys as EPSS clients. Thank you. Bye.